welcome. I am very pleased to be sitting in studio with a very committed and active volunteer in our community, the lovely and talented Kimberly Seabrook, who is the primary coordinator of this year's Come As You Are Gala, which is, of course, in support of Grocer for Good Ability Development Program, a very, very worthy organization. Welcome to you, Kim.
Thank you.
So this is, in fact, the second annual gala. So I did attend the first gala. It was lovely. The music was fantastic. Mm-hmm. The bush plane, as always, can be, dolled up to a degree, and it was very atmospheric. So tell me what was learned at the first gala and what will be done differently this year.
What was learned is that we had a great time. Mm-hmm. And what we'll be doing differently this year, not a lot more. It's going to be a great night. We've got Juliana Regan, who will be singing us through dinner.
Fantastic.
We're catered by Uncle Gino's, so we're going to have some chicken and pasta, and it's going to be fantastic.
Nice.
And then later on, we'll have a brand new band called Bourbon Blue.
Yes.
And they are going to allow us to dance the night away.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
wow.
It's going to be great.
So
silent auction.
Okay.
We've got a number of items that will be on display and for your purchase. And I do want to take this moment to acknowledge Mr. Kyle Dubas. He may or may not be familiar with folks, but he was formerly the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he is now the president of hockey operations for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Okay.
Today, I received a box of donations from Mr. Kyle Dubas himself. So I'm very, very thankful. They're a very generous family, and I'm really glad to know them and to know that Kyle, being a Saultite,
yes,
continues to support local charities.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, excellent and very timely. So are you still actively gathering items for the silent auction?
Absolutely. I'm really hoping to get a wine rack.
Well, I may be able to help you with that. Okay, so let's talk then about Grocer for Good, because those who have watched my segments will have heard me speak about this organization. Of course, founded by Lisa Vezo-Allen.
Yes.
And created really two parts, right, to provide employment opportunities for those who are at risk of being long-term unemployed, whether by virtue of intellectual challenge, disability, physical disability, and I believe that it's very successful.
Absolutely.
But as well, the other part is to supply an opportunity for people in what was labeled at one time as the food desert, right. In Sault Ste. Marie. So their location on Gore is very optimally selected to supply fresh, affordable groceries. So if you haven't already been to the new location at 147 Gore, you must go, because they have a lot, and fresh produce.
Yes.
They work with local vendors.
Yes.
And I was on the website, and I have noticed that there are cooking classes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So freshly cooked items available for sale for purchase.
That's a new program, and Lisa could speak more to that. I'm not as familiar with it.
Okay.
But I guess what the passion that I have for this organization stems from the fact that I have a child with special needs. And as we know, people with special needs tend to have difficulty accessing the labor market. And
Yes.
I really appreciate that Lisa had the vision and she was able to develop the program so that people like my daughter Hannah and so many others can have the opportunity to gain access to the labor market.
Yes.
And to be able to what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, gain tangible hands-on experience,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
I can really understand how that would, help to bolster self-confidence, self-esteem, to allow an individual to, make their contribution because, it's important to feel connected. It's important to participate in the activities that, adults participate in. In our work together in the former local chapter of Autism Ontario, I
Right.
did learn that once a child reaches the age of 18, there is no longer a source of consistent support in terms of financial funding, relevant opportunities to connect. So I think certainly Grocer for Good is a model for the future. Now, tying that into the upcoming gala, why is it important for you to attend? Not only because it's a fantastically good time, and I'm going to be there, and it's going to be so much fun, and the food will be fantastic. You should also support it because Grocer for Good does not have a core source of funding. They're heavily reliant on the generosity of the community, and that is why you will see promotions frequently for dinner, the supper clubs.
Yes.
Also a fantastically good time, but very important. Tickets are modestly priced at $45.
Right.
That buys you your dinner, your access to the music. There is a cash bar available, and of course, you are able to, view the silent auction table and make your bids. So you should be there Saturday night because everybody else will. Kim, I want to thank you so much for making time today. This is, like I said, an exciting opportunity for me to talk about an organization that I'm very passionate about, not only for the good work that they do, but for making fresh produce and groceries available in the former food desert on Gore Street. So, yes, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.